physical appearance can be a source of depression. And in the field of physical appearance, weight, the weight is one of the biggest things. You can get depressed over your physical appearance, you can get depressed over your weight, and the good news is that in this field of the physical appearance, the weight is maybe the one that you can control the most. But so that's the good news, right? That maybe this is the one that you can control the most. You can go on a diet, you can use some tools that I'm going to talk to you about. But I just want to say, before I continue, that be careful what you wish for. Because maybe you're depressed and maybe you're overweight. That's one thing. But not all overweight people are depressed. They may be discontent with their looks, but they're not depressed. So if you go on this journey, on this weight loss journey, it might be that at the end of it, you're still going to be depressed. Because maybe that's one of the focuses of discontent, of what you're feeling. But maybe that's not the whole story. So before you proceed on going on a diet, or at the same time that you proceed on going on a diet, I strongly advise you to also begin therapy, begin coaching to see why is it really that you're so depressed about your appearance? Why is it really that is affecting you in this way? So be careful with that and go with that in mind, that your weight might not be the only problem that's at stake here, okay? That being said, how can we solve your problem? Well, I guess in terms of weight loss, it's all about habits. And sometimes it's also about control. I talked about before in some other video about this app called MyFitnessPal, where you can see how many calories you consume. And actually, when I started using this app, I realized how much I was eating and how unnecessary that was. Because for a woman, for example, you don't need more than 2,000 calories a day. And I was eating much more than that. And I wasn't even realizing that, because nowadays with all the restaurants that we have, fast foods, bakeries, what have you, you just have these meals that have humongous amounts of calories, and they're presented to you with, marketing strategies as necessary things, as normal things. But actually, if you go out and you eat Italian, you eat some pasta with oil and with cheese, and that's going to be like 1,000 calories. So that's already half of what you should consume in a day. So I started controlling my weight with this app, and it really worked for me. The second thing is, I'm a vegan. I'm not saying you should become a vegan, but I should say that because I'm a vegan, I eat a lot of fruits and vegetables. And this is really good, because the more fiber you eat, the less hungry you are along the day. So if you just eat sugar and things that are like bread, or like white bread and things like that, donuts, that's never gonna keep you satisfied in a way. It's always going to keep you wanting more, and that's what these foods are designed for. The fat, the sugar especially. And that brings me to my second point. You should radically cut on your sugar consumption, because the more sugar you want, the more sugar you take, the more sugar you want. Sugar is a drug. It's proven. It creates an addiction in your brain. So if I have sugar now, I will crave it 3 hours later or 2 hours later again. If I stop the sugar, then I will want less and less, and I will eat healthier and healthier. The same goes to crisps. I don't know what it is about crisps. I never studied it, but I know that the first thing when I wanted to cut on my weight were the crisps. that I cut. The first thing that I did when I wanted to cut on my weight. The first thing that I did when I wanted to cut on my calorie intake was cutting was cutting on the crisps, because that's the devil. I remember I used to eat that shit a lot, and it's empty calories, it's disgusting, and it makes you want more and more and more. And the magical thing is, like, what happened was that when I cut on it, I stopped craving it at all. Nowadays, if I have a crisp, it doesn't even taste that good. So don't let society control you. This is society controlling you. Crisps and stuff like that are really bad for you. So the last thing would be, if you start using your MyFitnessPal, you start learning how to count calories, and you start seeing that, after a while that you use this app, you start getting to a point where you can do it yourself. Sometimes you don't need to use the app that much, and you see that a good meal should have 400 calories. With 400 calories, you're good normally if you eat enough fiber, etc., enough protein, etc. And a small snack should have 200. So that's what you should be aiming for. I really hope this helps. I know, this is good news in a way if your body is a source of depression, if your weight is a source of depression, because there is really hope. You can control it. There's a lot of tools at your disposal. And the other thing that I forgot to say is sports. That might be hard at first to start, the cardio, but the thing is that you should definitely do cardio because it produces endorphins and it gets you hooked on the sports. Those hormones get you hooked on the feeling that you have when you do this high intensity sports, whether it is jogging or high intensity training, or what have you. You get addicted to it, so it's hard to start, but once you do, and once you create this habit, it's really hard to stop. They say it takes 20 days to create a habit, so hold on for 20 days. Okay, I really hope this works for you. I wish you the best. This is something that you can do. Anyone can do this, and I think you do as well. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate to contact me, and I wish you a wonderful journey on this goal that you have, and I wish you happy healings.